Can Japan, Germany, and other countries which are under US occupation or influence ever rebel against it? Do the governments or the people of these countries even want to be free from this hegemony? What can be the repercussions of such a collective rebellion against the US? These countries are in no position to rebel against the US. Japan is under heavy US military occupation. If there is a rebellion, it will be crushed in an instant. The US is in full control of Japan. The Japanese constitution was written in 1945 or thereabouts by Americans. It's never been changed. Not a single word has been changed in the past 70 plus years. The US has dozens of military bases in Japan, including major bases. I suppose there could be nuclear weapons. I'm not sure about that, but yeah. So the Japanese are completely under American control and occupation. There is no chance of them rebelling against that. And I mean, the Americans would have planned in 1945 itself how to deal with a potential rebellion. And as they took more and more control of the country, that became an impossibility. The only way this could end is if US influence wanes and the US declines so much that they have to withdraw from Japan. The way the Romans had to withdraw from the British Islands a long time ago. Yeah. So the Japanese have no chance of rebelling. If they try, they will be crushed immediately, and it won't even appear in the media. That's what will happen. Germany again has no chance. Germany is under the entirety of Western Europe is under US control essentially, apart from France. So and the US has has nuclear weapons in places like the Netherlands and Belgium, even in Turkey. They have military bases everywhere. Permanent bases in Germany, in Italy. I suppose there could be bases in Spain also. The Americans have complete control of the UK as well, and so on. So the only scenario in which this hegemony and occupation will end is if the US declines like the Roman Empire did. And when the Roman Empire declined, they had to withdraw from the British Islands and other places, and that's how these places became free again. So that is one scenario in which these people could be free from US hegemony. Now, US hegemony may not be a bad thing for Europe. Europe has historically been a place of deep ethnic divides, deep ethnic hatreds, and constant war. The past 70 years of relative peace after World War II have been because of Pax Americana, because the Americans were the dominant power in Western Europe, and they were counterbalancing the USSR. And after the decline and dissolution of the USSR, it was NATO that was expanding. And it is the American influence that kept the region stable and kept war at bay, except for things like the breakup of Yugoslavia, which the Americans engineered, and so on and so forth. So when they want war, they will do it. But overall, there's been peace until now in Europe since 1945 because of the American influence. So if the Americans leave, these countries will again go to war. They have old scores to settle against each other, which won't be a nice thing. So that's where we are. That's what the history is, and that's what could happen.